I never believed in destiny. I believed in coincidences until I met the woman across the street. I was 24 when I moved into a small apartment after college. It was cheap, quiet, and almost empty. The kind of neighborhood where nothing interesting ever happened. At least, that's what I thought. Across from my bedroom window stood an old two-story house. Every evening at exactly 6:30, an elderly woman would sit beside her window and stare outside, not at the road, not at the sky, at my apartment. At first, I assumed she was lonely. Then I noticed something strange. Every time I opened my curtains, she smiled. Not a friendly smile, the kind that made you feel like she already knew something about you. I stopped looking, but somehow she was always watching. A week later, I woke up from a nightmare. I dreamed about my 6th birthday, the yellow raincoat I wore, the red balloon my father bought, the exact song playing on the television. Tiny details no one could possibly know. The dream felt too real. The next evening, I accidentally glanced toward her house. The old woman was sitting in the same chair, holding a faded photograph. Even from across the street, I recognized the yellow raincoat. My yellow raincoat. I laughed nervously. Maybe it just looked similar. Maybe my imagination was running wild. So I grabbed my binoculars from an old hiking bag. I wish I hadn't. The little girl in the photo was me, 6 years old, standing beside my father, the exact picture that disappeared from our family album nearly 15 years ago. I froze. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. How could a stranger own a photo that had vanished before I even understood memories? That night, I called my mother. I tried to sound casual. "Mom, do you remember that old birthday picture? The one with the yellow raincoat?" Silence. Then she whispered, "I threw that photo away." I frowned. "What?" She hesitated. "No, I mean, it disappeared." I had never heard fear in my mother's voice before. Then she said something that made my stomach turn. "If you ever find that picture, don't bring it home." Before I could ask why, she hung up. I couldn't sleep. Around 2:17 in the morning, I heard knocking. Not at my front door, at my bedroom window. 4th floor. There was no balcony, no fire escape, just glass. 3 slow knocks. I forced myself to look. Nothing. Only darkness. Then, across the street, the old woman's bedroom light turned on. She was standing in the window, smiling, but she wasn't alone anymore. Behind her, a little girl stood silently, wearing my yellow raincoat. The next morning, I crossed the street. I needed answers. The front gate squealed as I pushed it open. The house smelled like dust and wet wood. I knocked. No answer. The door slowly opened by itself. Inside, hundreds of framed photographs covered every wall. Different families, different children, different decades. Every single photo had one thing in common: the same old woman. She never looked older, never looked younger, just exactly the same, standing quietly in the background, watching. Then I found my wall. Photos from kindergarten, family vacations, school performances, pictures no stranger should ever have, pictures I didn't even know existed. Someone had documented my entire life without me ever seeing them. At the center, one empty frame. Below it, a handwritten note. The final picture hasn't been taken yet. I ran. I didn't stop until I reached my apartment. My heart pounded so hard I thought I would pass out. I locked every door, closed every curtain, packed everything I owned. By sunset, I had already moved out. I never told anyone where I went. I changed my phone number, deleted every social media account, started over. For months, nothing happened. I convinced myself it was over until last week. A package arrived, no return address. Inside, one photograph, taken from outside my current apartment. I was standing at my kitchen window, looking directly at the camera. I never saw anyone outside. On the back, only one sentence: "Smile, you're almost finished." I looked across the street. There she was, sitting by the window, waiting, smiling, exactly on time.